So this morning I got stopped by the police. Yeah. So they said to me, have you been drinking? So I said, well, no, I've been sober for over a year. So naturally they didn't believe me. So anyway, so they took me to the police station, breathalyzed, it was normal, but they still didn't believe me. So because apparently I was driving erratic. So anyway, they then requested, how about a urine test? Alright then. But me and my paranoid delusions thought, hang on a minute, it was only a year ago and maybe the alcohol is still in my system. So anyway, so while they weren't looking, I took the pot and I threw it out the window, which contained my sample of urine. So now I'm being charged with taking the piss. I just realised it was 10 years ago today that I got my friend Ben with that joke. You know, the epic Tourette syndrome boy. I got him really good with it. I was landscaping at the time and I was on top of a scaffolding and I figured, oh, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll take a quick break. I'll text Ben. So I text him, I've just been in an accident. My car is a complete write-off. And so he calls me back, and I gave him the story because I used to drink a lot back then, and he was totally worried, and he was all like, oh my god, what happened? And I was like, yeah, accident, wagon, truck, whatever, Cliff Notes version. I went on for about 10 minutes explaining what happened, and he says, where are you now? I said, well, I'm still in the police station. Oh no. So I said, I refused the breathalyzer because I knew I'd be still over the limit. I refused the blood test, so they had to take a urine sample. And then Ben's going, oh yeah, it takes a while for those urine samples to come back, and by the time it comes back, you're blah, 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 blah. It was quite funny, anyway, and, you know, he's trying to reassure me. And then I said, but the problem is, you know, like I said just then, I took it, threw it out the window, whatever, blah, 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 and then I said the punchline, and now I'm being charged for taking the piss. He was like, you bastard! You know, apparently he told his mom, he told everybody, you know, it was funny. So, anyway, did you get anybody this year, April Fools? I don't know, it just doesn't seem that special anymore. It just doesn't seem that funny. I text Corolla, I told her I was pregnant. She texts back saying, we're not allowed to kiss anymore. So, while yesterday's video is nicely uploading now, I'm gonna go play some Xbox. Oh, come to me. Day one of the diet so far seems to be going okay. I'm not hungry. I mean, I should be okay for the first day. It starts to get to you when you know, sit down and do nothing, you know, but if I can keep myself busy, then I'm pretty sure I should be okay. It's just towards the end of the night, I start thinking, when I just sit down and relax, I start thinking to myself, you know, I could just do with a sandwich, you know, I could just do with whatever, you know, but I believe it's, you know, carbohydrates in bread and stuff like this, you know, like, I think it's bread that can make you, you know, like, that can make you binge eat sometimes. Well, this is what it does to me. So bread does make me binge eat, so it makes me want to eat all sorts of stuff, you know, but when I just stick to this diet, I seem to have more energy. I seem to, I don't know, not care too much about food, but, oh, see what happens. Anyway, 10 kilos. Here we go. So, the evenings are actually getting much nicer. They're beautiful. The sunsets are really nice. Reminds me of Cyprus. The problem is, it's still freezing. Seriously, I'm freezing my ass off. It's cold. This ain't no awkwardly mobile freeway. Oh no, this is the road to hell. Ain't no woman like a woman, woman alone. Yeah, I've really got to get my stereo fixed. Remember, was it a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, Charles Trippy was driving down to Sarasota to drop off his dogs, you know, onto Ali's parents' house, and he was singing that, you know, 99 bottles of beer song. Well, yeah, the British have a slightly different version. It's called 99 green bottles hanging on the wall. Yes. What are you doing there? You know, how am I supposed to get up there? Well. If looks could kill. It's story time. So I figured I'd tell you guys at the same time I'm going to tell Corolla. You know, like today's the first day of the diet. I was just telling Corolla I'm really starting to feel hungry now, but I'm going to, you know, keep up with it. I'm not going to eat anything. So.
I'm not cooking.
Yeah. Why not? When I was living in Cyprus and I first started losing all this weight, the first week or so was okay, but then after a while, you start hallucinating when you don't get enough carbohydrates, you know, down your neck, you know, or in the diet itself. So I picked up a car from a hotel, and I was bringing it back to the office. You know, this is in Cyprus when I worked for a rent-a-car, and I turned off the ignition. I got out of the car and I could hear this knock, 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 knock coming from the back. I thought, oh my God, there's somebody in there. So I quickly, I'm opening it, fumbling with the keys, you know, like, you know, not sure what I'm going to find in the boot or the trunk of this car, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it a luggage compartment. Yeah, are we happy with that? Yeah, okay. All right. And so I opened it and there was nobody in there. Nothing at all. And I was like, oh God. But by the time I turned around, I was all like freaking out. All of my colleagues were laughing their heads off, wondering what the hell I was doing. So I said to him, I think I'm hallucinating. I just heard something knocking from the boot of the car. And my boss started getting worried about me, and so did everybody else. We all had a good old laugh about it. Well, later on this day, one of my colleagues, she went to the airport in the same car. She parked up on the airport parking, turned off the ignition, and then she got out of the car, and she heard the same knocking, but she knew exactly what it was. It was the aerial going down. Yeah, so we all had a good old laugh about that, yeah. No, I thought somebody was trapped in the boot, you know, knocking on the back, like one of our, like the customer had just, you know, thrown this guy in the boot of the car or something, unconscious, and he just suddenly woke up. You know, like they went out, they got drunk, and he did it for a laugh and forgot about him.
This is your fantasy.
No, it's not my fantasy. Anyway, yes.
Take care.
Straight to the point, huh? Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, straight to the point. Yeah. Good night. Take care. Have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night. Bis bald. Schlaf gut.
Good night.
Gute Nacht.